Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. My name is Helen. I garden in my backyard. I'm in zone 9B, and today's task is a 20-minute task. I'm basically going through collecting all my trash and pulling everything out the green stalks that I haven't pulled yet that need to be pulled underneath the UV cloth, and maybe harvesting peppers. Just really simple, easy job today. Nothing stressful. Tomorrow will probably be like a yard day. Tomorrow will be a little bit more stressful day in the garden. I now underneath the UV tarp right now, I have green stalks that are still planted up from last year's fall and winter. Still planted up from all the spring things, and so everything that's not doing too well, or that's attracting bugs, or there's having struggling issues right now because of our flexing temperatures and weather, with all the rain we've had, will be pulled and trashed because tomorrow is our trash day. The yard needs to be cut. Yes, it does. Has not been cut. Christopher has not taken that thing off for me. He's actually not even here. And so we already did episode 1, 2, and 3. The grass, the pink beautiful strawberry green stalks, our stone green stalk, as well as the Vago Garden food cube. We've already done that section. We also did the easy cube over here in this corner with the green stalks. Everything's been done there. Now it's time to basically tackle like this area, and as we tackle this area we just need to clean it up. That's all. And then sometime this week we need to tackle over here too, because I think it's quite a bit over here that needs to be managed or maintained or whatever. I'm thinking it's time to cut some of these sunflowers down. We'll see. We did harvest quite a bit of the tomatoes from the green stalk, which were super delicious. I did take the tomatoes. You would have saw that on the last video. I was talking about taking the Roma tomatoes from the green stalk planters and using them to make salsa. I told you I would show you on this video, and we're going to plug that in just a little bit. So bugs have already started eating on here, so we are going to cut this back. All this one is actually trailing out of the green stalk into like this lattice right here, but we're going to cut all that back today. And someone told me go ahead and use the I can't never say it right, dimetrous earth, whatever, for the pockets because of the ants. We've just been having a lot of ants, and I know it's because my weed eater isn't working. But like I said, I need to put 7 around the bottom, and I'll be doing that. So if we see any more tomatoes or peppers in the green stalks, we'll harvest them too and go from there. But for the most part, I'm just going to go through here and clip all this back and just load up all the trash in here. Alright, so I've started the timer at 22 minutes. Whatever we don't get done in 22 minutes, it is what it is. I don't want to be out here too long because I did run today and I don't want to get overheated. So I figured I'll just show you what all I can get done in just a quick 20 minutes. Going out in the garden, getting some work done. Every day just a little bit. It doesn't have to be a full day of being in the garden. Sometimes you can just set the timer and just do just a little bit. Just a little bit. Look at these. Love that. Yeah, these are turning really those, and we did clean this up already. Alright, so this green stalk looks really good from when we cleaned it up the other day. There's nothing ready to be done here actually. It looks good. So like I said, if I see any peppers, I will grab them, tomatoes or whatever for sure, but they look pretty good. Oof, spider webs. Jeez. Yep. I forgot to show y'all the eggplant fries. We'll show y'all in a different video. Each video we'll try to add like a little recipe. Today's will be the salsa. Let's see if we can get any more tomatoes out of here. It's been so much rain. I hate to see all this rain, but the damage. But it is what it is. We are not going to focus on these grow bags because they look horrible, y'all. They look horrible. They have been torn up from every bug you can think of. So I'm just going to cut some of this off. Looks like we have some zucchini trying. It's trying. We have quite a bit. Look like it's trying to come out this GreenStalk and grow. Then we have some not so pretty shard down here. I've been trying to get rid of all the old shard because I'm going to plant up new containers anyway. Let's move these out the way. They're just kind of dead leaves from the cucumbers that fell on here. That's all that is. Yeah, this is it just doesn't look good. It's the humidity. It's just really messing up my chard plants. And normally my chard grows so well in these GreenStalks, but this is the result of the bad weather. So can't really blame nothing but the weather on this one. Another tomato plant in here, but it's flowering, so we're gonna let it flower. And check out some of these not so pretty kale leaves too. So has anyone been successful in growing peppers in their GreenStalk planters? How do you like growing peppers in your planter, especially around now with this heat? How are you feeling about it? I'm not going to even let these turn out here. I'm going to let them turn indoors. Oop, I didn't mean to cut that. These are the Sugar Rush. They taste really good and they're spicy, but they'll turn a little yellow for you. They actually turn a pretty color. Yeah. So I'm loving growing the peppers like in the GreenStalk and the tomatoes. Actually, I just need to stick with a smaller variety. But for the most part, yeah, I have no problems. One of my favorite things has always been to grow eggplant in the GreenStalk. I don't know why it does so well. I feel like it just loves being in one pocket, in one space. Yes, it takes up like the whole side of the GreenStalk, but it just does so well in here. I just cannot complain. Y'all hear my bird? Yeah, it looks magnificent, honey. Everything just looks so good. I'm just taking off some of these dead leaves of the sage. I normally make sage wraps, but I just throw it back on the ground. It's just matter back into my soil. It's all good. These have been getting eaten up, my leaves. Not really worried about those too much. Super excited about the razzleberry planter because it has my corn that is currently in here. Kind of been overwatered, but the corn is looking so good. I saw a snippet on Instagram about growing the corn in here. So we have corn and beets growing in here. So this one is pretty much done. Like this one has been cleaned out and taken care of. I would like to succession plant like more corn. So we have to see which one of these we're going to put it in. I was thinking about trying it in the shorter pockets to see how that goes. So we might use these. Now originally I was going to take all these beans out. Y'all remember that? I'm still gonna put them. I'm just over the beans. I just feel like I'm not getting enough. So I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I'm not getting enough, and it's time to put them. And like I said, I'm just gonna clean this out and throw in but they look so good. And these are the purple whole peas. The regular peas, I don't really care about, but the purple whole peas, I love them. So I was thinking just pulling this and getting ready to just replant this out. So the ones in the hydroponics look really good, and they will be ready to go before I know it into these pockets of my GreenStalk. Super excited about that. I have to show that to you. Even if the timer go off, we'll still give you an update on that. And then we won't include the time of the salsa into the 20-minute timer because that of course is indoors. But I want y'all to see like what I'm doing with the food I'm harvesting from the GreenStalk. Like I don't want you to just think I'm just out here playing in the garden and not eating the food. So, and then I got to come back out here later today and bag all this up for trash or get it in trash can. So I'm gonna be quite busy. So you'll see another video tomorrow for sure on what we're gonna plant in these pink ones. Between the pink and purple, we'll start with one of them. We might let this one rest for a second. These are just some vining potato. They're called potato vines. I have a nursery here in Houston. Well, actually, it's in Richmond, Rosenberg, Enchanted Forest or Enchanted Gardens. Either one. If you go to either one of them, they have their green stalks planted with these beautiful herbs, and they always use like these type of like pretty vining plants around their green stalk for like a pop of color. I love it. They come in like this red, purple like color, and then they also have them in this beautiful green. So I know some people are like, no, don't get rid of them, but this time this stuff has been here and I'm just ready to plant something else. I'm just ready. And then I didn't even realize we had basil, and we have basil and lemon balm growing in here. I didn't even see it, so that's that. We have a nasturtium that didn't stand a chance, honey. Alright, what else we got in here we can pull? I think we're almost done with all the pockets. And the pockets still look good. Like, I don't think I had to add soil to any of these. Maybe just top them off a little bit, you know? They look really good because the roots are not that deep on these plants anyway. More ants, of course. More ants. Alright, we'll leave these flowers up here. We'll leave this vining plant. And if you look up here, we have like some onions. We'll leave those. But everything else, the basil, there's a lot of basil and lemon balm up there. I had no idea that was there. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, these pink towers do not look good to me. They look so like drab, and I think it's because it's a light pink with no beautiful pops of color coming out of it. And I just want some color or something in here. That's why I planted up these pretty like rhubarb colored chard. But the weather's just not doing it for them. That's all. Yep, the weather's just not being our friend. This one is not on a spinner. And this chard has been in here for almost a year. So I'm going to pull this one. These yellow ones have been in here for a year. It's time to plant something new. So because everything I'm doing from seed, like for fall basically, it's just going to take a while to see the results of the plants that are growing. You know, it is what it is. This poor tomato plant has had it. It's on this last leg, so I'm going to pull these two and just take this one out. This is just a random sucker I put in there. And I think we popped like 2 or 3 last time we were out here, so I mean, we'll take it. Don't get me wrong, we're always going to take the food. Look at this. This is like it reminds me of a collard tree. I don't know how it got in here. It's one of those random, and I'm just going to leave it because it's doing good in here. Y'all feel so much better being underneath this. I know y'all in the shade. Y'all probably like, why is it so dark? Honey, your girl is in the shade. Your girl's been running in the heat this morning and do not want to get overheated. That's why I did not take the shade cloth off. But I think this is going to give it some sun too. I've been taking it off and rotating it. Like, it's not on every day. I rotate it so that they get some direct sun, then they don't. See, this is one from last year too. It's been a year. It's time to pull this stuff. I think I'm loving the yellow. First, I was not on the fence with the yellow. I was like, I'm on the other side of the fence with this bad boy. But now that everything's growing and filling out, it looks so good. I like the yellow. I see they have the blue, the white, and I think it's the red in right now. Oh goodness, y'all know how I am. I was like, I wonder what the white would look like in the front, like on your porch, your patio, with some pretty flowers or something. Man, I bet that would be so gorgeous. Your neighbors would be like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? You know, they'll be hating, trying to figure out why your front looks so gorgeous. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it's peppers all around here, y'all. I love this planter. This is one of my favorites now. At first it was not. It was taking so long for this stuff to grow. Hold on. Okay, we'll take whatever we can get. That's for sure. It's a really nice tomato growing right here. This one looks a little, wonky donk. I'm gonna cut off some of these leaves, but it has flowers on it, so I don't want to pull it. All right, I think it's just that humidity. Look at this yellow GreenStalk. I call it my sunshine GreenStalk. They all have their names for their colors, and I might be calling it the wrong color, of course. Y'all know I like to name my GreenStalks. It's like I like to name my plants indoors. All right, so we call this our, Chaos Gardening Razzleberry. This is the one where we took, like, the plants from the Chaos Garden. Look at this, the pineapple sage. And we just planted in there. This needs to be cleaned up. This is a dried leaf. So what I do when I want to come out here and make everything look really good, like if I got company coming over and they want to see my planters, y'all, I literally take a wet sponge, the Mr. Clean or the Dollar Tree sponge, and I go through and clean up all the containers. And it takes literally like a second. It don't take long at all. Too much water in that plant. Gross. This one has sweet potatoes in this tier. That's why you don't see like plants like on the side. This one has nothing. I don't think I planted anything. This has lettuce, which is crazy right now in Houston. These are my Chaos Garden, like random flowers I found along the garden. I tell you, the vincas just grow like crazy, and they look so good. You could not tell it's like 100 degrees. They look so good. More lettuce. I just need to pull all that out. These have all died and rotten in here, actually. The greens, I need to pull them out. I don't have my gloves, but I also have set a timer, and I want this out. Oh, you know what that was? That was that was a regular green, like mustard or collard there. I was going to say that was a zucchini, but it wasn't. All right, so yeah, we're going to plant this one up. On the next episode, you'll see us planting up quite a bit. This looks so much better. All my mint will start to die in Houston around this time, July and August for sure. This right here, okay, saves me. I'm just saying, this shade saves me. Now, this one needs to be on a spinner because I really need to spin this thing around, but it's not. Look how gorgeous this tomato plant is, and this GreenStalk, it looks so good down there. And the greens have all started to be eating, but y'all, I mean, what can you expect? Like, the way this weather is, I just need to pull this one out. Y'all don't sleep on the Dollar Tree scissors, honey. I will buy Dollar Tree scissors in a heartbeat. I think I picked up 4 pairs of these the other day. Yeah, you can't really help. It is, the alarm is going off. I have 20 seconds. All right, so we have 20 seconds. I'm going to go ahead, since I'm almost done, and finish up with cleaning these out. So all of this will come out soon. To be honest, all of this will come out because these flowers are not really meant to last in this heat at all. I mean, they still look good. Let me show you the ones that look good. You see these down here? They still look good. This sweet potato flower vine thing looks amazing. Like, this is so gorgeous. I would love to have this at the top and let them flow down. Now I know where to plant them at next time. And actually, if you take snippets of this and put it in water, they will root. I have them growing in my house too as houseplants. I just like the electric green color. This looks like a vibrant electric like green. I love that. So once again, we gotta get rid of these ants. We gotta get rid of these ants, y'all. But you see the flowers, they don't look bad. These would probably look good in those red and white and blue planters they have right now with GreenStalk. Man, that would look gorgeous. But yeah, All right. And I have another question for you all. If you all can tell me, are you growing flowers in your GreenStalk? Like, what do you think about that? Do you think that they're too expensive just to grow like some flowers on a patio or on your front porch? All right, so I'm editing and I want to just hop in and say this. I went to the at-home store looking for planters to plant flowers and like some tall planters. And do you know they were like $1.99? This is just a planter you put one pot in or fill up with dirt and whatever. I was just appalled. I did not know they were that expensive. So I say that to say these are definitely worth the money. They're going to last longer and they're going to be gorgeous with all the different pockets that you can use in order to plant different flowers. Like, that is so crazy to me. And you can put them on spinners and spin them around, and or a mover and move them around. All right, let's get back to the video. I was just appalled, y'all. Or do you think these amazing deals that they pop out every once in a while is worth like getting one or two? I say two, right? One on each side of your patio, and you put all your beautiful flowers in them. You're watering one area instead of watering like a whole flower bed in front of your house. Like, what do you think about that? I love that idea, and that's what I want to do. Originally, a couple years ago, I had a GreenStalk in front of my house, and I gifted it to a friend because she had been wanting GreenStalks like to try. She couldn't afford to buy one, so y'all know me. If I can, I will. And I had been gifted one from GreenStalk at the time, and I was like, the one in, one out rule. Y'all know how I do around this house. And I was like, you know what? I do not need all that. I do not need it. So I decided to get rid of it and give it to her. And then I was like, yeah, I miss that. I miss having that in the front of my house. I really do. It was so pretty. So I'm definitely going to invest in more for sure. All this could be pulled out. I think this one can go. And we can get us another GreenStalk. Some more tomatoes. Because we're going to plant up one GreenStalk with nothing but tomatoes. Probably in less than a month. Because I'm going to drop the seeds today in my seed tray. And as soon as they sprout and they're ready, we're going to do us a GreenStalk. This is my supports that I'm using currently for my tomato plants and my peppers. Probably should order more of these too. I'm just going to spin this a little bit because this has more peppers and more tomatoes on it. I just want to make sure we get all these off. And instead of using the suckers this time around, I'm actually going to plant new tomato plants that are a smaller variety. So even though I love the Roma tomatoes, I just feel like the ones that's been growing are quite big for my GreenStalk. So we're going to get the correct tomatoes to put in here, like the patio tomatoes, because we are blessed enough here in Texas. Look at that. Inconsistent watering. We're blessed enough here in Texas to be able to grow year-round. So, yeah, and that's what we're going to do here, baby. We have this beauty growing, and it just has a bunch of, spots from inconsistent watering, weather, you name it. It's just trying. But it looks good. It's just some of it don't look good. I mean, that's what happens. And I just still am in awe of how much rain we're getting. Let me know if you're in awe too in your neck of the woods of how much rain you all are getting. And yeah, we did good, y'all. I would say about 25 minutes to clean up this area. So when people say that's a lot, oh my goodness, it's really not. I started there and made my way all the way over here for 25 minutes just cleaning up leaves. That's all I did. So I would say this is included in that 25 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get some of these. Only because I feel like it. I'm in the mood to do it, so why not? And I'm about to throw a bunch of peppers in my, my dehydrator for my season anyway. So why not just grab these? If they're ready, just grab them. It's quite a bit. You have to have patience when you're growing plants like these and you're wanting a lot. We want a lot. We grow all this food. We say, oh, we didn't grow none this year. Oh, I didn't get none this year. Then the year you get it, you're stressed out about coming out and clipping and harvesting. You just have to be grateful for the little things and the big things, you know. I've had a rough couple of days mentally, and I just need to get out here because this right here always, I get to see what I grew, you know, what I produced by myself with the help of y'all, but you know, basically by myself. I come out here by myself. I garden by myself. Haul bags of dirt by myself. I don't have any help editing, filming. Everything's by myself. And sometimes I get tired and burnt out. Sometimes I don't want to. But then when I come outside, I'm like, man, it feels good to see all of this that I'm harvesting, all this I'm doing, everything that, you know, I created myself from one seed. One seed gave me all of this. Like, come on. This is truly, truly a blessing. It's not just harvesting, it's also, you know, filming, editing, showing content, being present within the community, you know. And instead of complaining, which won't do nothing for me at all, complaining won't do nothing for you, honey. That's what I know for sure in this big age. Ain't no use complaining. And I have to cut these. These, if I put on these, the whole tree like pops. You know what I'm trying to be? Oh my goodness, there's so many. Child, I'm sweating. Like my oldest son say, like Garrick say, baby, life be life. And I was on the phone with him yesterday about 3 hours, and we were just talking about like all the different, you know, differences in how he was raised and how some of his people like he went to school with was raised, and he, you know, how they not doing nothing, and you know, and he's in school for toxicology for his PhD, and he was just saying how, you know, a lot of people are like, well, what you doing that for, man? You've been finished with school, you know, like, I don't know, you know, being negative or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's a goal. It's something he wanted to do, just like it was a goal, something I wanted to do. People thought I was too old to go back to school to do things. I don't think you're ever too old to do what you want to do. You know, set goals, set intentions, and go for it. Do what you want to do. Life is too short to do what other people want you to do. Yeah, life too short. Enjoy this life I got, girl, because it's only one. It's only one, honey. YOLO. You only live once. And if for those of y'all believe we come back, it won't be back in this body. You only get this one Helen this one time. So I'm going to make the best of it. All right, so I put out my scissors. I have like these indoor scissors I use for my peppers. I normally just rinse them off with like bleach and water or whatever when I go from pepper to pepper because I never know what's high. I even use these scissors for my cilantro. I know they have kitchen scissors, but y'all, I don't know what it is. My kitchen scissors rust or they get hard to use, but the regular paper scissors from Dollar Tree, maybe they're just sharper. I don't know. But I just clipped off the top, turned these upside down. I'm going to throw all this in dehydrator. I clipped all the tops off the cayenne pepper. I'm thinking of doing like a cayenne pepper powder. I'm also thinking about using these peppers. I can't remember the name just that quick with the sage and the sea salt. And then maybe using these other peppers with the basil and sea salt. Man, it's about to be on. I might even dry some green onions and do like a medley, like seasoned blend. All right, so when I was cutting up the yellow peppers, y'all, I'm going to try to put the name on the screen. I just can't remember right now. I didn't use gloves because they keep sliding out my hands. I can't hold them. I try to use gloves when cutting these other ones because I know they're quite spicy. And what happens is I can cut up the peppers with my hands and feel it on my lips. I don't know why. It's the weirdest thing, and I'm sure it's because it's in my bloodstream from just me using my hands, my fingertips, because you know your fingertips are sensitive. But yeah, I went ahead and cut up all these peppers and just prepared them for the dehydrator. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the dehydrator, and then we're gonna get into the salsa from the tomatoes we got from the GreenStalk. So I told you I had a bunch of tomatoes to process this week that I've been grabbing out of the garden all week. This is everything I've grabbed out of the garden in the last 4 days. I'm gonna make a sauce and freeze it. So these are ones I just threw in here for my pockets. But yeah, this is what I've been collecting this week for 4 days. It has to be 4 days. Here's some more. These are the um, tomatillas, and I have some in the window too. So we're going to take the tomatoes from the GreenStalk. I had some garlic left over that we harvested. I did buy a red onion because we ran out of red onion that we harvested. I have cilantro. Now I do have some cilantro in the freezer, but I decided to use some fresh cilantro from the store. I'm throwing everything in here: the onions, the garlic, the peppers from the garden, and the tomatoes from the GreenStalk. A few of these tomatoes came from grow bags too, but most of these were all my GreenStalk tomatoes, and we're going to make up a quick salsa. So this is for the new subscribers or the new viewers. How long do you think these 2 jars lasted in my house? I'm not asking you old heads because I know y'all know. So I made them that Saturday morning for the Juneteenth event. I took 1 jar with me, and the girls loved it, my run buddies. And then I left 1 jar at home. Just so you know, by Sunday afternoon, they were asking, when are you going to make some more? Yeah, when am I going to make some more? Stay tuned for tomorrow. I will update you all on the hydroponics, and we get started on planning out the GreenStalk.